I'm not a very linear thinker. I think in branching and sometimes circular ways. The flexible design of the cover allows me to work on the front and back of the accordion. I'm able to expand in all directions, spread my accordion out really wide, and then fold it all up and have my cover, and particularly the dust jacket, hold this entire expansive map together into a small book that can travel with me in my bag.
Much of my accordion book process has been really trying to make this work for me, trying to make this work for the way I think and the way I work. And one of the pieces is that if I had, is how to make a cover. So here what I have is a cover that I have just developed for my accordion books, where it's stuck on the front of the book, here, stuck on the front of the book, and the back acts like a dust jacket. Now, this allows me to use this as a typical book, but it also allows me to take my accordion out, and it allows me to add on more sheets as well as work on the back. So this little simple change in how to make a cover has been really useful for me. If I was to make a typical cover where I just stick this to the back, then it becomes a typical book. It doesn't stay useful to me as an accordion anymore. So I'm going to teach you how to make a cover. So let's make a simple cover for this accordion book. I here have a thick sheet of paper that will eventually function as my cover, but first I want to teach you how to make a template. Your accordion book paper might not be as tall or as wide as mine. It may be this short, it may be this tiny, that's fine. You can make a template for your cover from the book that you have created or from the fold that you have created. So I use this, and I'm using this white sheet here to make a template. I draw a line around my book, which is about 1 millimeter bigger than the book that I have. A cover has to protect the book, so it has to be a tiny, tiny bit bigger, but not too much bigger. So here I have drawn the front of my book. Then I can use a straight edge or I can freehand this. I want to make space for a spine, about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. I create a spine, space for a spine. Then I want the back cover to be about as big as the front. So this is what the back will look like. And then about 1/2 the width of my accordion, just about 1/2. I'm going to have that for the dust jacket. So this here is a template for your cover. So we made our template, and I cut a thicker sheet of paper that's the same size as my template. I here have used a recycled piece of paper. It was torn, so I've collaged on it, and I figured that, okay, you know what, this is what I want for the front. So I'm going to lay that down, where whatever surface I want for the front of my cover is going to be flat facing the table. I had put a little star on the front of my book. So the first step is to take some diluted glue water and put a nice even coat of glue on that entire front cover. Be careful of the edges. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to go face down onto the very edge of this cover. I can leave 1 millimeter from the top. I can leave 1 millimeter from the side if I want. and I hold that down for 10 counts. So I'm going to use the edge of my scissor here as a bone folder and start to fold my cover. After I have stuck this down, just to hold this up and show you, this is what it looks like. I've stuck this down and I open my accordion book out. Let it just hang for a bit there. And the first fold I make is right at that edge. And I fold it to match my book here. And I use my bone folder and I create a nice sharp crease. Now remember that this is the front. We've made space for a spine. So I'm going to create that 1/2 inch spine, and I'm going to make another fold here. Now I'm going to create a fold that is the same width of the back of my book. So I'm basically folding on the lines that I had made in the template. So here now I have my cover with the front, the accordion book, the dust jacket that can be folded around the back of the book, and when I want to add something to it, I can open it out. Once you've made your cover, just put it under weight for a bit so it settles in, and that's how you make a cover for your accordion.
An accordion book is not linear like a typical notebook, and it never really needs to finish because you can always keep adding or working on the back because of the design of the cover. Your accordion book for reflective practice is personal, handmade, a place to visualize your thinking. They are living documents for intuitive, improvisational, playful, constructivist making and thinking. It hopefully becomes an inviting aesthetic space. These books can be both original and not. They're spaces for you to capture your own thinking, but also an opportunity to mark exchanges and relationships by gathering ideas from others. Folks sometimes worry about how to get started. Feel free to imitate others whose styles you like and then diverge and make the feel, the form, and the content your own.